This week on Steel Horse Thunder.
Break it smack for saying that one.
We head west. It's Krambos Dash for Cash.
We did have a request for 2 different service dogs, one for an autistic service dog for a little 5-year-old boy, and one for a diabetic service dog for a little 12-year-old girl.
4th of July only means one thing. Thursday night bike night at Heavy's Bar and Grill.
This is, I don't know what this is, but this is something.
All that and much more this week on Steel Horse Thunder. We do not condone that on Steel Horse Thunder.
Steel Horse is brought to you by Ladendorf Law, with over 60 years experience in motorcycle and automotive injury cases.
How would you describe, in a nutshell, what is Texas Corral?
Texas Corral is more than a restaurant. It's actually it's a Texas-themed dining experience. It's good for the whole family. If you want to come and bring everyone, or if you just want to come in and have a beer, it's totally fine either way.
And just like in Texas, everything is bigger here.
Absolutely. We have big beers, big samplers, but low prices.
So whether you're taking the family out to dinner, or if you just finished riding the back roads of beautiful southern Indiana with your buddies on the motorcycles, Texas Corral is the place to be. 2 great locations.
This is a standard lawyer commercial. This is a dramatic shot of me walking down the hallway. This is a stage scene of me talking to clients, even though they're not actual clients. This is the closing shot in my office, where I say my catchphrase, looking professional and confident. Look, all lawyer commercials are the same, but not all lawyers are the same. Ladendorf Law has been involved in the motorcycle community for over 35 years, with many more years to come. Ladendorf Law, like family, because we are.
Hey, winter's among us, but spring is right around the corner. It's time to start putting those rides together for next year.
Absolutely. We would love to host an event here at Flat Out Motorsports. We have plenty of parking, plus the facility is large enough that if weather turns on us, we can move it inside.
And that's the nice thing. This place is so big, there is more than just motorcycles. There's every kind of toy you can think of.
Absolutely. If you're going to hunt or plow your driveway or just have another recreational vehicle, this is the place.
No doubt. So Vince, how do people get in touch with you here?
Well, it's really easy to reach out to us on Facebook, and you can check our current events there, or you can stop by the store. We're on 88th Place in Hague, which is just south on I-6 Street. You can see us real easy from I-69.
Yes.
Scott, what are we doing here so late in the day today?
I know, normally we're done filming by now, but we're at Krambos Dash for Cash. We're always here in the mornings. Never got to see what happens in the afternoon. So now we get to see, there's a ton of kids here. There's a lot of stuff we've always heard about, but we never got to see it. So why don't we go check it out and see what everybody's doing?
Let's go.
Hey Rocky, you're up here doing the Krambos Dash for Cash. Scavenger hunt's a little different than what we usually see. What'd you think about the ride?
The ride was a good one today. This is the first time I've ever actually been on the ride. We usually come up and donate because we have something else going on, or I'm working, one of the two. And this year was a really good time. We were able to get out and enjoy the ride and support a really good cause.
And that's really cool. And that's something a lot of people don't realize, like you said, you come up here, you still donate, but even when you can't do the ride. And I see a lot of people that come up and do that kind of stuff,
Sure.
I was at a ride just last week where somebody came by, hey, we got a ride going on in Plainfield, but I wanted to donate to this cause. And then they move on. And I'm telling you, man, hearts like that is what we need more of in this society.
Absolutely. We need to show grace towards others as often as we can.
And you're with Bond Slaves. Tell me a little bit about that.
Christian Motorcycle Club out of Terre Haute here. And we're just a group of Christian guys get together and fellowship and enjoy motorcycle riding and the club atmosphere.
That's cool, and that's what we need, more people like you guys that do spread the grace around.
Absolutely.
And obviously everybody in the motorcycle community has a big heart. As a minister myself, I kind of like seeing when you guys are around. Just makes me feel good.
Absolutely. We have a great time. We get out and talk to a lot of people, and we tend to spread the word of the Lord wherever we can. Scott?
So you guys went out and did this Dash for Cash ride today. How did you like it?
We loved it. We come every year. It's a great ride. It's a good benefit. It helps out the people, the children. That's what we do it for. It was a great ride, and they always set up a good route for you to take. The roads were good stops. We had a lot of fun.
So what all did you guys do? Like, what were some of the stops that you had?
I don't know. One we had to improvise, and he was on the ground. He took one for the team. It ended up being the roadkill, so he was the roadkill for the evening. We couldn't find the life jacket, so we ended up having his sister put a life jacket on for us. So she took another one at Walmart. So she took another one. But we found everything. We had a good time, and we enjoyed family and friends. That was the most fun thing about it, was actually being able to spend time with everybody and doing it for a good cause.
That's pretty cool. So did you guys have a group that you rode with today?
Yes. Yeah, it was mostly family, but a few friends. We took off out here. I think there was like 12 of us. By the time we got back, there's 8 of us. So.
No accidents though, right?
No accidents. Didn't see none either nowhere today, so that's good. Yeah. Good safe ride.
Well, I'm glad you guys did have a safe ride. This is a fun ride to do. I'm glad you guys came out for it. It really does benefit, the families that it benefits.
Every year, we try to make it. Because Beth, she's a real good woman. And when my mom died, that woman come to the hospital, brought us pizzas, all kinds of stuff. Didn't even know us. She knew my little brother, is all she knew. And she come and supported us at our time. So got to support her and hers, right?
That's pretty cool. Beth is an amazing woman, and she does take care of everyone she's around.
She's the mother hen right there. Probably get smacked for saying that one.
I have to say, everybody on the ride was real friendly, and we really had a good time taking pictures, standing next to the cowboy, and all the pictures. We really enjoyed ourselves and made it worth the while. Everybody that we ever seen actually helped us out and was real friendly. It's a great ride.
Well, they brought the big obstacle course out here behind us, and we were going to race, Cindy and I were going to race in it, but it turns out you have to be this tall to race. So she's not tall enough this year to be able to play on the games, but hopefully next year you'll grow and you'll be able to play, okay?
Whatever.
Hey, we're up here at Krambos 2017 Dash for Cash. This is your annual ride, Beth. Pretty good turnout. This is the first time we got to come to the end of the event. We're always here in the morning, so I wanted to wait till you got good and sweaty and hot and running around. So how's it going this year?
I think it's going pretty well. We had a lot of tough competition this year, but we're well over 450. I'm not sure exactly what we have, but I know we're well over 450, so not too shabby.
A lot of motorcycles, and what's nice about this one, it's a scavenger hunt. You don't have to be bunched up in a big group. You get to go at your leisure, at your own time. I know everybody should be back here by 5 o'clock, and we've got music, you got food. What was this year's ride for?
This year we're riding for service dogs. We did not have a request for a terminal child in the area. We did have a request for 2 different service dogs, one for an autistic service dog for a little 5-year-old boy, and one for a diabetic service dog for a little 12-year-old girl.
Wow. And so, how difficult is that? I mean, those dogs cost a lot of money.
They do cost a lot of money. Lily's family had already raised quite a bit of money. They'd already earned about half of it, so they needed $8,000 more. We weren't quite aware at how much the autistic service dog was going to be, but we were hoping going in that we could raise $20,000. Auction's still to come, and people are here pulling in and donating money for food and what have you, so who knows where we'll wind up at tonight. Hopefully we get enough to get both of them their dogs.
All right, we're here at Krambos Dash for Cash. First of all, have you ever been a part of anything like this?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And that's usually the answer we get, because what they do here is pretty phenomenal. So I understand today they're raising money, and it's got something to do with a service dog. Is that correct?
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about the service dog?
Sure. We're trying to raise money because she's a type 1 diabetic. And the service dog, what they do is they can actually detect the rapid rise and the rapid decrease of her sugar like 30 minutes before her meter could.
So the dog will let you know before any kind of, like seizures and stuff like that can happen, correct? And so how'd you learn about these dogs?
Well, last year she went to a diabetes camp, and there were 2 other little girls in her group. And then one of the girls, which she became friends with, which her name was Briston, she actually had a diabetic alert dog. And so I reached out to her mom, and was asking questions, and she kind of introduced us to Joe and Jamie, which are the owners of this company that we're going through. And then I kind of did some research and spoke to them about it.
I'll be. So now, I mean, obviously you can't just buy a dog and be done. I mean, do you spend time with this dog beforehand, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not going to answer any more questions, are you? Apparently you two have the same speech pattern. Uh-huh, yes, uh-huh, that's it, uh-huh. So do you spend time with the dog first?
Basically what happens is they're in contact with us through like email, and they've called a few times. We've talked to them on the phone. And then what will happen is they kind of ask us questions like about her personality and about like what our home life is like. And then they will pair a dog with her based on her personality and what would be good for the home. And then we go there, and we're there for 3 to 5 days, and they do the training. And then Joe, which is the guy who does the training, will kind of teach us how to handle the dog.
So you guys are here. You're the sponsor family for the ride that's going on today. Can you tell me about what it is the service dog will do as far as helping Nikolai?
It'll prevent him from wandering. It'll help him cope with different things, like going to like doctor's appointments, schooling, and stuff like that.
How did you find out about this?
We've been looking for. He got diagnosed with severe autism back in 2012, and so we started researching it from there. We've just been trying to get him one.
So you guys have waited for a little while to get the dog?
Yeah, we've been linked up with one company for about a year now. We've been trying to raise money for already, but still waiting.
Sorry.
So no, that's fine. So will the dog will be with him all the time, like
Yes.
attached to him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know some of the dogs have their thing, and then he will have a harness with him on. But yes, he is supposed to be with it 24/7. School, anywhere he goes, around the community.
Hey man, I saw you just coming off the road. I know it's Dash for Cash going on. So have you ever done this ride before?
I have never done this ride before.
Is that right?
Yeah, first time.
Have you heard good things about it though?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, people tend to enjoy themselves.
Cool. I'm glad you came out, man. Nice bike. So who does your paint work?
A guy named Krambos.
Is that right? What kind of name is that?
I don't know. I think it came from a Tom and Jerry cartoon.
Chris, you finally got to do the ride for the very first time, man. How was it?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was nice. I got to ride with all the people. You know, typically I'm here busy running around. I don't get to, be able to talk to everybody. So it was nice to get to ride with all the different groups of people and actually see what it's all about. So
everything went smooth today?
I believe so. Yeah, I think we maybe had one little incident this morning, but other than that, I think things went pretty good.
Well, I know everybody's been smiles out here, having a good time, and except for maybe Beth, you may have to pamper her a little bit tonight.
Yeah, I think she's probably stressed out to the max.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, a little bit. I like to wait till she's been, busy at us. That way she was good and sweaty when I talked to her on camera.
Yeah, I'm sure she's about wore out by now.
So does she get to go on the ride next year?
She'd like to, but I don't think she will. She likes to serve food to everybody, so it's all about taking care of everybody else, what she wants to do.
All right, real quick, tell me a little bit of what's going to go on around here on Thanksgiving weekend on that Saturday.
Oh, we're going to do topless ride. So no matter what the weather is, we're going to get on our bikes and we're going to ride with our shirts off, and whoever rides the furthest is going to be the winner before they stop putting their coat on. It's a toy drive, so bring a toy donation, and we get it to the needy families, the unfortunate families that, so it's a good cause. It's a lot of fun.
Beth has a drinking problem, but she's got her cooler full of beer, so she's going to be okay for a little while. So you do this every year. This is your first time. So what kind of stops did you have? What kind of stuff did you have to get pictures of, and what would you see this year?
Okay, well, there was a roadkill. That's always going on, and we had to get a red caboose and something that said hot ass on it. Got that. And a life jacket and a plane, a polar bear, all kinds of stuff out there.
I think on a day as hot and humid as today, The red caboose is probably being found pretty much on every rider right now.
Yeah.
So your first time, you think you'd come back and do it again?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Absolutely.
What was your favorite attraction?
Pretty much everything. I don't know.
It was a pretty long ride today, wasn't it?
It was fairly long, yes. Yeah.
Is that a good thing?
Yes. I thought it was good.
Okay, all spring long it's been cold, it's been raining, it's been miserable weather, and now today, suddenly everybody is just too hot.
So Riley, you did this ride. How was it today?
It was awesome. I had so much fun. We got up super early, but it was awesome to be able to ride with everyone, and every time you'd pass someone, it'd be like seeing people different. It was so cool. It was fun.
So did you take a lot of pictures on the ride?
Oh yeah, a lot. We stopped everywhere we stopped. We always took a picture, even if it wasn't the picture that we needed.
So you did get the ones you needed, though.
Yeah, of course we did. We got plenty.
At Hangout of Flames, we've added a lot to our showroom. We've added lots of biker gear, lots of lighting, a lot of accessories. We've added Parts Unlimited and drag specialties to our unlimited supply of parts we can get for you.
Here at Hangout of Flames, we let you come in the back, show you things about your bike that you didn't know, teach you about them, and work with you on your bikes. We work on metric standards, Yamaha, Harley, four-wheelers, dirt bikes, everything and anything you have. It's a great place to come in and get your bike worked on, or even come in and hang out.
Motorcycle riders want the freedom of the open road. Unfortunately, other motorists often do not give riders the proper attention the law requires. Call us at Leidendorf Law. Like family, because we are.
Mother Nature is my playground, and when I hit the trail, I drive hard. And Mother Nature, she hits back even harder. Line-X protects my vehicle inside and out, guaranteed to withstand even the harshest of elements. I've learned that anything worth protecting is worth overprotecting. Because when protection matters most, I Line-X it.
So Ann, you are the featured woman rider, Southside Harley Davidson. I love your bike. Tell me about it.
Well, it's a 1999 Harley Davidson Fat Boy, and it's all upgraded. I've got all the new LEDs on there now, and everything on here has pretty much been customized for me.
So you did it all yourself, or you took it somewhere?
My ex had a whole lot to do with it. He did most of the work for me.
So tell me, how did you learn to ride? Did you go through a riding course, or did you learn on your own?
I actually learned on my own. When I got married years ago and I went to the license branch, they did not put my endorsement back on my license. So I went right back in the license branch and they said, too late, you're going to have to go through the course. And when I called it abate, they said that the woman the instructor, she said, they did the same thing to me, so I'm going to be in class with you, girl. And I said, well, that makes me feel a little better. I'm not the only one this happened to. But yeah, I had a blast doing it. And I do still go and do the skills test and try to keep up on that every year.
Well, that's pretty good, because I would like to do that. I haven't done that before. I went through the class but never went through the skills test. You were in the hospital for quite a while. What were you in the hospital for?
Complications from breast cancer.
And what happened while you were in the hospital?
I had 4 people move into my rental property next door, and they were squatting on my property, and I had no idea until I came home, and neighbors came to see me and see how I was doing, and progressed to ask me how I got a new renter, and they're being in the hospital, and I had no clue what they were talking about. So ended up going over there, and they didn't really have anything to say to me. They didn't know who I was. And the police were called, and the police surrounded all. I have 3 lots, and they surrounded the properties, and I let them get their things out and take them with them wherever they were going to go. I didn't care, but you know, you can't live on my property for free. And I was on a lot of medication. I had a morphine pump, and they tore the heck out of my motorcycle until they got through my front door, and then they got to me. So, but they caught him with a lot of drugs. They are in prison right now as we speak. So,
You told me that you've had cancer a few times. How many times have you had it?
5.
Wow. You know, it's unbelievable. How has the motorcycle impacted you to be, to go through cancer that many times? How has the motorcycle and being out on the road impacted your life?
She's all I have. You know, I have my club, my Chrome Angels chapter here, and my bike, and that's what keeps me going. You know, if it wasn't for her, I'd just be sitting at home. I don't have any family here. Everybody's on the West Coast in Alaska. So,
well, I'm glad you're here, and I'm very thankful that you're doing better. To have to go through cancer that many times, that's unbelievable. So, what is your prognosis? I mean, do they say that everything's good now?
So far, so good. I am going to go in for one more round on my chest, but other than that, I'm good to go, I believe.
Awesome. Well, I believe you're going to be here for a lot more miles on this bike or another bike.
I plan on it.
And it's going to be awesome.
It is. Yes, it is.
Don't look now. Krambos isn't just paint. It's your one-stop shop for motorcycle gear, parts, and service. Krambos, voted the Indy A-List #1 motorcycle shop 2 years running, has expanded with the state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment for tuning your fuel-injected Harley and a new paint facility to make your bike stand out from all the others. Krambos also has a new retail area complete with leather, chrome, audio, and all your parts and service needs. Krambos, voted #1 for a reason.
You have been injured in an automobile collision, and suddenly your vocabulary has been expanded to include terms totally unfamiliar to you. We know accidents can be overwhelming to the injured victims and their families. You know you can put your trust in the familiar faces of Ladendorf Law. We take care of you and your family so that you can focus on recovering from your injuries. Ladendorf Law, like family, because we are.
Hey, we're up here at Renegade Classics. We're on 96th Street and Allisonville Road. Nikki, the store has a new look to it. Can you tell me about it?
I sure can. So in this section we have our travel bags, and then we have our weather gear so we can keep you on the road as long as possible. And then we move into our helmet section. So we have your half helmets, we have your 3/4, we have your modulars, we have our leather vests, leather jackets, we also have denim and textile vests. Then we move into our chaps, lined and unlined. On the far wall we have the gloves, ladies and men's. Then we have our boots. And then we move into the ladies section, so we have ladies vests, ladies jackets, and then a few accessories. Over here we move into our care section, which we have cleaners, anything you need to do an oil change, anything you need to store your bike, so covers. And then we have our karaoke wall, so we have lots of different accessories for your bike, give it a different look, change it up a little bit.
Well, Nikki, I love what you've done with the store, and we're just thrilled to have you guys with Steel Horse Thunder as a sponsor. And remember, when you come in here to visit them, make sure you tell them Steel Horse Thunder sent you. Hey, it's Thursday Night Bike Night. We're at Heavy's Bar and Grill like we always are, but 1 week out of the year is 4th of July, so we do a patriotic night. Cindy, what's going on this week?
It's the Patriotic Ink, attire, and bike, and this place is hopping. It is great.
It's rolling right now, and this year we actually added a special game to play. So we're gonna have a lot of fun. Guys, you know, when you see me in this shirt, it's gotta be this bike night.
All right, so let's take a look at the attire and the ink for the Patriotic. This is Michelle, she is a tutu. This is Mary, she's all decked out. This is your All-American girl. And this is, I don't know what this is, but this is something. All right, show your ink. He's got the eagle.
I look like the Michelin Man.
She's got misbehaving.
No bar.
Got a few.
You got a few.
Got the snake. You got the Second Amendment.
Second Amendment.
Got the preamble to the Constitution.
Constitution.
Thomas Jefferson quote.
Thomas Jefferson quote. What do we got?
American flag.
American flag. And we got the Statue of Liberty.
Hey, we're gonna take a look at some of the bikes now. They're in the bike shows, patriotic theme. So let's see what we got. Obviously we got the V-Rod here, completely decked out, and actually nice paint job and everything else.
decked out with the flags, decked out with the ribbons up on the mirrors, so we're all set here. We have another one here. Now this is just simply a Harley Davidson. It is a Harley. Harleys are American, what can I say? Now we got an older Harley here. Got the Evo motor on it. I remember when the Evo motor was the new motor, it's now the old motor. So we've got an old Harley here. This is, you know, we're supposed to be making America great again. Well, this is back when America was already great, before we needed to change. Then we get up here, we've got the nice trike here. We've got the American flag plus the POW flag flying on it. I know we automatically think patriotic means we have to have an American flag, but POW, military, it's all patriotic. This one here, I mean, what can I say? Made in America, got the flag, POW stuff. It's a American whiskey barrel seats. We got the red, white, and blue helmet. We got a pretty crazy trike right here. And then in all honesty, we have another beautiful Harley. And in all honesty, this gentleman came up to do the regular bike show. And then I had to let him know we weren't doing the regular bike show, it was a patriotic bike show. Thank goodness he wears bandanas and he happened to have a red, white, and a blue one. So we got our patriotic theme.
So I'm participating in this game, I'm scouting it out. They're taking the balloons and blowing them up and blowing those cups across the table. I think it's going to be a little hard. I still won.
Well, it looked like I had the blowhard game down. Well, turns out Cindy came back from behind, beat me. Now she's got it down. She's going. She's in the finals. Let's see how she does. That is Shane. He is the baddest bouncer in Campy. This year, for the attire goes to Drop the Drawers Harold. The winner this year, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Dan, you won it. You got the V-Rod, number 6, came in first place. You know, one of the most fun things about doing an event at a custom bike shop, there's never a lack of eye candy.
Yeah, and the bikes are cool too.
Yeah. And remember, it's not what you ride,
it's that you ride.
Still Horse is brought to you by Leidendorf Law, with over 60 years experience in motorcycle and automotive injury cases.
The patriotic Steel Horse Thunder Thursday night bike night. This is something we do. It's Thursday night. We're at bike night at Heavy's Bar and Grill up here at Canby. Now, one time a year, we do a special thing. It's near